Which one is Steve?
He turned me up. I'm 4.
Check. Check. Okay. We're rolling everywhere.
Welcome back.
Is this yours?
No, I don't know whose that is. Is that yours?
That's the one that Sean gave me. I wasn't sure.
It was on my seat, so
I'm sorry. That's my bad.
It's cool. Don't let it happen again.
Dude, I want them.
Coming to my studio, I expect it to be cleaned up.
I'm going to need you to get that off my seat ASAP.
This is Debuff, and I'm your host, Steve Skeels.
Welcome back. It's been a couple weeks.
It's been a while.
It's been
mostly
a while.
my fault, but
It's all Sean's fault. Sean's
Sometimes
fired.
shit happens.
shit's been happening. I need to troubleshoot my computer to see if our Stardew game is lost. I'm hoping it's not. I'm so stupid. I didn't have a backup of that.
Dude, it'd be so funny if it was. Like, I can't imagine it wouldn't be saved to...
No, I don't know. I mean,
Steam Cloud saves back up, but I don't know about
I'm
Xboxes.
afraid to look. That's the problem. Like that's how I feel right now. It's like anxiety just about what could be gone. So
We'll see. I mean, if you see us playing Stardew...
well, then we'll be back in business, and I'm gonna try and troubleshoot it this week. I think. Although,
if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm gonna be gone the week of the 10th, so we'll be off that week. But yeah, I put together a bunch of TikToks that I think are really funny.
you should figure out a way. Can you put 2 displays into those things? Like, could you switch input on that thing?
If I had a switcher,
Because what I'm saying is,
if I had the Witcher,
we could use those, and because I feel like watching them on your laptop sucks.
it does suck.
Although the vertical on that horizontal monitor is not going to be
It's
great.
gonna be really small.
I think what we could try maybe.
Well, you mentioned it some time ago. Getting a display, a big
yeah.
display that mounts to the table.
Well,
I just have to find a display that big.
I might have one that we could mount, but I don't know how we would mount it. We would need to get a pretty expensive arm, I'd say, because if the ones that I've used typically start here and then it comes out like this far,
Yeah,
because there's the mechanism to hold the monitor on.
Well, that's what I was saying. If we could find like a camera monitor, that could be extended off of a ball mount up like 6 or 7 inches and just be on top. That's like a 10-inch or a 15-inch.
What about you should bring your the portable monitor over next time.
I could see if that has any.
It's just
Because the
USB-C.
beauty with these things is they have 1/4-inch screw mounts. That's what's so great about them. You can just plug them in anywhere. But
nice.
I'll bring over my
nice.
monitor next time.
Let's get this out on the tray.
Let's get this out on the tray. Nice. So I tried desperately not to watch the ones you sent me. I just saw like the first 2 seconds and then I just downloaded them. I also downloaded like 10 of them. I don't think we're going to watch all 10, but there's some of them are just so fucking ridiculous. I'm hoping you haven't seen any of them. How much have you guys been on TikTok a lot lately?
Not really. I've watched ones people send me. I still haven't really logged back into my account.
This last weekend more than like lately. I don't know. I go on every once in a while, but sometimes I feel like I go and look back at my favorites and I'm like, wow, I've actually only like favorited like 3 videos in the past like 3 weeks. So I don't go on it a lot. I had more I was thinking about sending you, but I didn't know how many you wanted to do. And sometimes, as we've talked about, the problem with TikTok is I think some videos are really funny, but they're like a minute and a half. And it's like, I'm not going to subject everyone to watching a video that may not be funny.
Yeah.
That'd be sad if you guys just didn't laugh and was like, okay, Steve.
That's what there's like some of them that I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to play this because this is like easily 30 seconds.
No, that's fine. Just some of them get like a minute and a half isn't even the max time anymore. And like,
yeah, no, it's unbelievable. I feel like I use it more than I care to admit.
I still like pop it open every time I go into the bathroom.
That is
like
is most of when I use it. But sometimes, like I said, I send a lot to Maddie. So half of the time I'm just like, oh, she would think this is funny. Like Oh, she would like this download
right.
send.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
That's fine. But you know, the ones that I have are really, I think, really funny, and I think you guys are gonna like them. But I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait.
Mason, why don't you just roll the clips?
I'm just gonna roll them. Sean can just. The reason that I'm on TikTok as much is also because I post our TikToks. And dude, the last one we posted has done the best out of all of ours.
Oh, really?
It's got like 6,000 views and like almost 1,000 likes.
It's pretty good.
And it was off a whim. I was like, oh, this would be funny. And luckily it didn't get like copyright claimed because
Which one was it?
it was one video one round, that one.
You're right. Yeah.
Luckily it didn't. I found the acapella of the song. And so I just edited it together.
Yeah, it was good.
And dude, it seems to be, people seem to like it a lot. But
Hell yeah. Yeah, I still like it. I just feel like, I don't know, it's time sync stuff where back when I feel like we were all really into it, I was fine with sitting on the couch or whatever and like scrolling through videos for like 30 minutes and then being like, what the fuck am I doing, and getting up. And now when you get on there just for bursts of a couple minutes, it's hard to find good stuff because that might only be a couple videos. But I don't know. I find myself doing it like when I sit down on the couch and don't feel like watching something, or when I'm about to and I'm fucking around on my phone, I'm like, let's see what's on TikTok. But
yeah, I know that I shouldn't be watching it as much as I do because I know it's like it can be such a time suck for me just because like what I'll do is like I'll look at it when I'm using the bathroom and then time will go by a little bit faster than I realize, and it's like, oh, it's been 20 minutes, and it's like, oh shit, I gotta get up.
yeah, I mean, I do think it's the same as like watching YouTube or whatever. People can make fun of TikTok and say it's stupid, but it hasn't died yet. At this point, it's just another social media shit. Like the amount of time you could spend on Twitter, or I mean, before, if I wasn't watching TikTok, in most of those instances, I would have been like just lurking on Reddit.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes, absolutely.
And I know, I've said it before, but it's funny, for a while I had friends that hadn't got on TikTok, but would send me like Instagram reels and shit.
Dude.
And like some of them were, still had the TikTok watermark. Sometimes they were like re-uploaded by the same person or whatever, but they'd be sending me shit. And I'm like, yeah, I saw that on TikTok.
It's like,
and
dude, that was a week ago.
now they finally like been in on it. So, I mean, Dylan still sends me TikTok sometimes and stuff, but he was joking because he's like, I got in late. You gotta keep looking at videos since I'm doing it. But that's my favorite thing is some people I know that don't use it. I'll like when we're just like hanging out, I'll throw like cast to the TV and just show like the last like month's worth of funny ones.
Oh
I
yeah.
found.
Yeah. That basically, I probably already said this, but basically every like 3 weeks to like a month and a half, Maddie and I will sit down and like I'll like same thing, just
Pull up the
AirPlay
catalog
and just like, I'll be like, oh, this is something political. You don't want to see that. This is something that is like, it's too long to explain. But I know that there's like every couple ones, like there's one that I made a point to like.
Yeah.
And I find a lot of enjoyment in that as well.
Yeah, sometimes I am like, why did I favorite this? And I'm like, I don't remember this being funny.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. But
sometimes I like things out of not out of spite, but like
good effort.
because I also I kind of like it because like I want the algorithm to know that I want them to continue to send me those things,
even if it sucks.
There's been very few times that they started sending me this past couple weeks like things that of like these like people that are in like bad relationships where it's like clearly a Gen Z like teenager who's like why did he say goodbye, like weird shit like that, and I'm like, I'm not interested in this at all,
dude. That's one thing that actually sucks is I know he made multiple accounts, but there was a person on TikTok for a long time that I kept going not interested in videos from this user, and he just kept coming back up on my page. And I know he did make a couple of accounts, but like I swear to God, I did it like 10 times until
dude, that's so annoying.
Now I finally don't fucking see it anymore. But I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it keeps recommending me somebody that's like either followed me, like they've been doing this thing where you'll scroll and it's like, do you want to follow this person? And it's like,
TikTok's
no.
doing that?
Yeah.
I hate when they ask, even when you're scrolling, they're like, what did you think about that last video? And I'm like, You know that I was on it for half a second.
Yeah.
Like, why are you asking me this?
Swipe.
Yeah.
They've added those features.
They add this thing where like I would tell you who it is,
Yeah.
but I'll scroll and it'll be like, do you want to follow this person that follows you? And it'll play like a little jingle, but it's just be like their photo with like follow, ignore, whatever. And you can just swipe past it.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
Dude,
That's
get back on the
ridiculous,
top.
dude. That's. I probably should at least just to see what's out there because there was always some pretty funny shit. But like, I don't know. For some reason, I've gone down a Facebook rabbit hole where I'm just like looking at like stupid shit on Facebook because I think it's funny.
Did you
Yeah.
reactivate your Facebook?
Yeah, I actually reinstalled it on my phone too.
Good
Oh,
for
really?
you, dude. What,
I'm-
from
that's
Facebook
weird.
Marketplace?
That's weird
Well,
for you.
yeah, because I wanted to see what was out there for Game Boy Advance and Color games.
The marketplace.
And there's somebody
Facebook
who's sitting
Marketplace
on,
is awesome.
if he still has them, 2 like pristine blue Game Boy Colors for like $100 each.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good
Hey.
price. Hey,
It's a little
that's
bit
pretty
more
good.
than I would like to pay, but they look like they're in pretty good condition. Anyway, I'm probably not going to buy them. I just reached out and asked him if they were still around, and I might buy them.
He was like, nah, bro. So yeah, I have a number of them. I sprinkled yours in here.
Do you make a little montage?
I just put them in Final Cut so that I didn't have to like open them every
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah, I only sent you 2. I wasn't sure how many you were trying to do. I was expecting Sean to reply, and then towards the end
yeah.
of the day, I was like, I guess I forgot he doesn't really go on there anymore.
I was like, I'm waiting for at least a few.
Dude, I'm
and
sorry.
It's okay. I have more than enough. I have like 8 minutes of talks. So
Oh wow, yeah, mine were not long. So
this first one is it's pretty wild. It's really not about the audio, but let me just full screen it. I try to make it so that the audio's not so loud. Yeah, this one's wild.
Oh,
No mames.
Dude, he's just not paying attention.
is this off on Fail Army?
It's it is, yeah, it's at Phil Army. But dude, I don't follow them. But that video was awesome. Like this poor guy who's
Dude,
just
my-
not paying attention.
roommates in college used to fucking put like fail compilations
Dude,
on
yeah,
them.
that's
Like,
Dude,
Dude,
insane.
this is at 9gag. That poor guy.
yeah, dude, he's the wasted comes up.
Yeah. This is more of like this is kind of just like a dig on Android users. You've seen this guy. This is the
hell yeah, dude. I hate Android.
Hey guys, I finally pulled the trigger and I got an Android. No longer am I restricted by the limiting features of an iPhone and can finally customize my phone the way I'd like to. Now let's make some content.
Dude, I've seen ones like that.
Vinny Lacosto, he's really funny. I don't know if you've watched his stuff. He has some
I've seen
really
his
funny-
TikToks.
Yeah. I wanted to make a point before you give. So
You said something about that in the fucking Discord. The
Oh,
other
did
day.
I send that in there?
No, but when Sean sent one of the pictures of someone selling
Android
something,
problems.
the
Oh, yeah.
Android shaky
Yeah,
cam,
dude.
grainy, shaky
Just like
shit.
the worst. Oh, I don't want to cut off Steve too much. Just
cut
the
me
worst
out.
photos. One of my neighbors, someone in their house hangs out in the garage, and they crack their garage probably because they're like smoking weed in there or something, and dude, their fucking that Android notification goes off, and
I
it's
haven't
so loud.
heard that sound in
I
forever.
don't understand. Dude, I hear it at the store sometimes.
I don't know. I mean, my phone's always on vibrate, and I don't hear anybody else. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the stock sound, right?
Yeah.
think
Oh
it's-
no. So it's like this. It's like a default Samsung notification noise.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's Samsung.
It's specifically the Samsung notification sound.
I didn't know that. I just thought it was Android,
No.
specific.
I mean,
This next one's really funny. This poor mom just made such a stupid error, but it's so fucking funny.
Who would do such a thing?
You did that.
I did not do it.
You must have sent it like that. Wait,
So-
It was a beautiful picture.
Oh my god.
So-
It's a screenshot of the phone.
It's a
Oh my
screenshot.
fucking god, dude.
Of
her like phone, like
of an
app-
iPhone.
yeah,
Is it 7
it's a
minutes
camera
long?
roll.
yeah.
No.
Oh.
This is the timeline that I put all the
okay.
TikToks on.
That's so
Dude,
funny.
that's fucking hilarious.
So-
She's got a fucking screenshot.
If you, it's
Canvas.
on screen. If you're listening, this woman sent this photo to be put on canvas or like framed or whatever it was. but she didn't realize it was a screenshot that she was sending, and they printed like the white bars
And all the photos at the
and
bottom.
the gallery at the bottom.
And the
Like if you're an
fucking-
iPhone user, like this is what you see.
It's
And
got
the top.
Yeah, it says the time. It's like the little back
It's
arrow.
just straight up a screenshot.
Like there's probably a battery
on a
icon
fucking
under her
canvas
hand.
portrait.
Yeah, which I love. That is such a funny. Like I love that the people are like, that's like the quality control. They're like, this is what you sent us. Like we have
Well,
to do it.
It's funny. You ever see those like prints where it'll be like they sent a link to the image instead, and
Yeah.
it's like a broken image
Yeah, dude,
icon.
there's a guy on Twitter that like every once in a while, I'll always retweet it when I see it come up on my timeline. I don't remember his name, but he tweeted, "Check this image out," and then it's img _ like 4 numbers.jpg, and then just the whole tweet. There's no picture. He just like drag and dropped it into the tweet, and all it did was put the file name.
Just fits like the hat. Yeah,
Yeah, those are like when they're going to print something and it's like says
It has a little
it'll
icon,
say
right?
like but it'll say too like if you're putting words somewhere and it's like, can you put this? Like they type out,
Oh, yeah,
I want you to put
on a
this
cake.
instead of saying the words they want. They're
Yeah.
like, I want you to put happy birthday, and then they
Write it
write
down
on,
all.
I want you to put happy birthday.
yeah, dude.
Because they have to put exactly what's in the box is
Yeah.
like how it works.
I
So-
love that. I love that. Like it's probably a computer, and they're like, I just love that they're like, I'll just do it. Like fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, there's one I saw where they ordered like some company ordered like 1,000 pens or something with like your text here or something on it
Oh,
because they fucked up the.
Dude, so Maddie and I have like a running joke where one time one of us sent "love you, dude," but instead within the dude, one of us put the R, so it was DUDR. And so for Christmas or my birthday or something, she got me like the AirPods 2nd generation with that misspelling. And I wonder what the
the
person was like. I think legally they have to
Yeah.
put what you write. And so I just was waiting for it to show up with that, but it's really funny. I can show it, but
Yeah, I feel like I
believe
remember
you.
that.
it's just one of those like typo jokes.
All right, next one.
So this is the tacos one
Yeah.
that you sent me. All I saw was him walking in frame.
All
Like,
right.
do you want to set this up at all?
No, I just thought it was funny because this is how I feel about hard shell tacos.
Okay.
And
All right.
I love hard shell tacos, but this is perfect.
Boo-doo, bap, boop.
I love that because every time you go to eat one, it just falls
Dude, it's
apart.
such a
And-
mess.
And
dude.
you got one of the. I've always wanted to try the wide bottom ones.
Yes.
'Cause it's like you can fit more, but then the bottom
entire
just
bottom.
perfectly breaks off.
He just keeps going.
Yeah.
Dude, I hate that. Like, there's no way around it.
Hard tacos suck for that reason.
that's why you gotta,
That
like-
is the reason why I don't eat
Yeah.
them, is because you can't eat them. You need to make them yourself.
They have to be made fresh to hold together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You have to make them yourself, and
Like,
it's such a pain in the ass.
It's such a pain. That's
Yeah.
so funny because unfortunately, like anything you buy off the shelf is gonna do that.
Yeah.
They're gonna snap
It's
right
just
away.
a
just use
fucking
the-
cracker, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like using like we've done corn tortillas and you just roast them in
Yeah.
the fire so that they harden. I
That's the best way to do it.
that
I mean,
or the fried way you were doing
dude,
it the
Yeah.
other day.
that like was life changing, and that was because of TikTok.
Yeah.
Because some Spanish speaking woman in full Spanish showed me how to make that. That's so funny, dude. This is older. This came up on my timeline a couple weeks ago. I'd seen it before. You might have already seen this. I think I saw it on Twitter. This is so fucking funny.
Is it the burp?
No, dude.
Oh.
It's so this.
That's the only one I could think to send you, and I couldn't find it. The original.
Which one?
The World of T-shirts. I'll show you after this.
So this one, there's a woman who's passed out, and somebody's using their like RC truck. You know those trucks they have where they like climb dirt.
Mm-hmm.
They're using that on her, dude.
Oh,
This
dude,
is
I
the
love this
craziest
video.
fucking
I
video.
fucking love this video. Holy shit! Yes,
And it like
just like
it drags on her like chin.
Jeez. Still not up. Dude, holy shit. She had to have been gassed.
dude, that is the best part.
Dude, it's so.
When it's like
it's the truck is so like anthropomorphic. Like it feels like there's someone in there, And dude, it's so funny how the guy just reps.
Yeah.
The shirt's getting caught.
Yeah. Yeah. Hit the gas, dude. That's so fucked
After
up, dude.
all that, she finally wakes up.
Oh Jesus
Dude, I would
Christ!
smack somebody.
Oh, dude,
My sides.
that's one of my favorite videos, man. I don't know where it's from. My brain always tells me that she's nodded off, quote unquote. Like
Oh,
she
yeah.
might be a user.
Yeah.
So that makes me sad, but I'm hoping
Dude,
it's
no,
not.
I mean,
I
some
think
people
you
are
should
just heavy
just
sleeping.
like maybe drunk or something, but
Yeah.
like
sleeping, maybe, dude. Some people do
Dude,
sleep. Really
just the
heavy.
climbing fucking RC
Yeah.
truck.
That's funny as shit, dude.
So this is the one from that voice actor guy you sent me, the McDonald's one.
Yeah, this guy I think is funny. He does a lot of like food.
Dude, he's
stuff.
so huge now.
Yeah, but all the stuff he does about food, I normally watch. He'll do like ranking videos and things, and but this is part of his series where he's like bring certain foods back, like they took away these things from our childhood and blah blah. And I am
hoping it's what I want it to be, but
I think it is. I think we've had this conversation before.
Discontinued McDonald's items that they need to bring back. Who would have thought that chicken wings from
they had
McDonald's would have
chicken
been a good
wings?
idea, but mighty would. You thought I forgot? You thought it'd
Yeah.
be that easy? Run me my snack wrap!
dude, I miss the fucking snack. When did we talk about
I
that?
don't know. I know that I talked to you guys about it because Sean said that's like one of the only things he would eat.
Dude,
there.
that was like the best item
Dude,
that McDonald's
the
ever
ranch
sold.
and the honey mustard.
The honey mustard snack wrap was the best item McDonald's
Yeah.
has ever
But-
produced.
And I think we talked about it on here because we were saying it's because they got rid of the tenders or whatever.
yeah,
They had chicken selects.
Yeah.
And I think that's where
Yeah.
they were getting them.
Right.
Because they still have the tortilla.
Yeah.
Because they still do the
No.
sausage burrito.
So I was gonna say I've seen other videos. For some reason, this is becoming like a thing right now where people are like, "Bring me
Demanding.
the yeah." I saw a video of a guy go to McDonald's, and I swear I did talk about it on here where he was like, "All right, can you do something special for me, like a special order?" And they're like, "Sure." He's like, "I'm gonna need you to put down a tortilla, okay? Then I'm gonna need you to get one piece of lettuce, put that down, and then you're gonna go and get some chicken." Put it in there and sprinkle on some cheese and he's like, "Sir, we don't have snack wraps anymore."
Dude.
He's like, "Just give me what I want."
Dude, it's so hard because like
It's not going to be
they
as
have
good without.
most of the things.
Yeah, they just don't have the right chicken for it. I mean,
Which I don't get it, man. I was
Dude,
confused. I was like,
imagine-
oh, they're gonna talk about wings.
hot mustard
I know,
chicken
dude.
wrap.
Get the fuck out of here.
snack wrap.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna order. No, see, I could just make it. I
yeah,
guess
just make them at
get a
home.
McChicken.
No,
You cut the McChicken
no,
in
no,
half.
no,
It's not the same chicken.
No.
And get a tortilla and put the hot mustard in
If
it.
you're going to do that, I would suggest using the new chicken sandwich, which is like
They're
not super great.
like
Chick-fil-A
competitor.
sandwich. Yeah.
Dude, I had it I had it
Yeah.
yesterday
it's not
because I
very
got
good,
McDonald's.
but it's not. It's better than the
okay.
McChicken though,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think the McChicken's better.
dude. You're wilding.
Did you get
McChicken's
the regular or the spicy?
regular?
Yeah, I got the regular. I don't know, man. They have like a grilled chicken, or maybe it's not grilled chicken, but they have like a deluxe like chicken sandwich that's like brioche. That's on the menu. That's not that. Maybe they transferred it, but that's really good. It's probably the same chicken, but find out.
I don't fucking know, dude. All I'm saying is,
Dude,
the
I'm a chicken
McChicken
stan.
I don't know. They're not my favorite. Anyways, we don't have to talk about fucking fast food again.
I've been trying to find new items because like I've recently realized that I'm lactose intolerant and so I can't eat cheese. And so I'm trying to find new menu items. Dude, the double hamburger, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
See, I don't really like putting like ketchup and mustard and all that on my burgers, and I feel like without I don't know.
The cheese, yeah, I would love to eat it, but like, dude, it
I
rocks
think
me.
we're all lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
I think you should try, you know?
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way I can do it right now. I'm not mentally prepared
No,
to give
that's
up
fine.
all of these things.
I would rather eat cheese and die
Well, the thing is that
like tomorrow. If you
Like-
told me if I stopped I'd live forever, I wouldn't do
well,
it.
I asked my doctor and he was like, honestly, most people have some
Yeah.
sort of lactose intolerance as they get older.
Yep.
And
It's
I'm
an
getting
unnatural
close
creation,
I'm getting
dude.
close to 30, and I realized something changed where like I had a milkshake and it
Yeah,
was
I
like
can't.
it was over.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
like,
I gave up those things. Like milkshakes, I won't touch.
Dude,
I
can
want
drink
one
like
so bad.
like a tiny bit every time I get one. It's a mistake, and I'm just like comatose
Yeah.
after. I was wondering why Five Guys fucked me up so much. I'm like, dude, their burgers are so heavy, and then I realized I would get a milkshake every time I went. Which
Yep.
again, the combination of those two things is not smart in the first
Yeah.
place. But I used to be
yeah.
able to do it, and then I took out the milkshake, and then I realized.
Good
I would
old guys.
still body a Five Guys burger, no cheese.
Oh yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes I feel like I can't even taste the cheese on some burgers. Like
Yeah.
Wendy's, sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if it's there. It's all.
Have you tried like a non-dairy cheese?
So we made like a mac and cheese a few weeks ago with nutritional yeast, and which is kind of like a cheese substitute. You can use cashews, but I need to find it like a dairy-free.
There's vegan
cheese.
cheeses. I can
Yeah.
ask Ryan because they eat a lot of vegan cheese.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to know. I mean, I don't know what Martin's has. I would
There's definitely
assume they
some in
probably
that
have,
in that healthy
yeah,
section.
and the organic, yeah. But it's been a paradigm
the
shift
healthy
because like you don't think about the things that how many things have dairy until you're like, oh, I can't eat it.
Yeah, I mean,
But I can eat yogurt, which is weird. I can eat like
Well, yogurt is
Greek
not
yogurt.
dairy. Is it?
Greek
Oh,
yogurt
no,
is
sorry. Oh my god, it is fucking
yeah,
dairy.
it's dairy.
I think it's the probiotics that make it not.
That's what we
Yeah.
think because it doesn't mess me up. I had
Yeah.
it this morning. I'm fine.
yo, I've been drinking those.
Wow, I'm so
Chobani.
stupid.
Yeah,
So
we'll move past it, Sean. It's all good. The Chobani like big kids Danimals.
Yes,
the, like
dude,
probiotic
we've got
drinks.
like 10 of them in the fridge.
I love those,
They're
dude.
the best.
I've been getting those for my like that and like a granola bar or banana for
Does
breakfast.
it say big kids on it?
No, but that's what it is.
It's
like,
dude, it's totally.
it's the little
Danimals.
Danimals like cup,
But
you
it's
can
just-
just drink it in a shot basically.
It's just
but
marketed for
it's for kids or for adults. It's
For,
like,
like,
probiotic.
indie adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
No, I feel like you would get one of those like it'd be a woman in the commercial like, oh, this is so good for my gut. I'm like a pretty 30-something.
Yeah, what was that?
Activia.
Yeah, that's what
Activia.
exactly. Yeah,
It was Jamie Lee Curtis. Didn't
Yep.
she do those?
Mhm.
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just learning what to get. We went to Gray's and Griddle a few weeks ago, and
Did they
It's so
open up
good.
the new shop?
It's about
I
to
don't
be.
think so.
When I
They-
checked the other week, it was like they were in the final stages of getting like all the
dude, it's good. It's
health
good
inspect-
food.
It's so good. Dude.
We've already, talked about where we live and all, but Burn Ends is opening up a location inside of the hotel right across from Collector's Den.
Oh really?
Oh, so they're taking where Thai Culpepper used to be. That's
cool.
wild. That I'll be honest with you, I don't care about as much about. Dude, Gray's Griddle. The reason I brought it up, they have a chicken.
Yeah, chicken burger.
that is fucking fire.
They also do chorizo patty, which is like kind of too much, but
That I would, the chicken patty though. It's
I'll have
it
to
feels
check it out.
it, dude. It
I
feels like
think
Shake
if I'm gonna
Shack.
get a fucking burger, I'm not gonna get anything that's other than beef.
I don't know.
that's what you'd think, dude.
I
I
don't
wanted
know,
to
man.
do it because I feel bad about how many burgers like when we were
Bro, I'll straight crush them.
yeah, but when we
Yeah,
were
I'll
in
crush 'em
lockdown, I felt like we were eating burgers like every other meal, and then because it
Really?
was just not really, but it was a
me
couple
and Daniel
times a
are
week.
back on the burger kick.
Yeah.
It's like every other day we've been like, I'm just.
It's
gonna
just
eat
so
burger.
easy. I mean, especially if you have
Yeah.
the frozen patties that some
Yeah,
are like.
dude, so easy.
But I don't know, man.
The
I'm
broche.
just saying.
Got
I
the
feel
brioche
like
buns.
I try to not eat as many because I'm like it's. Let me save that red meat for a steak
the
sometimes.
fucking
I
burger.
still eat burgers all the time. I'm just saying the chicken burger was a cool option. It's not
Yeah.
a chicken
It's-
sandwich.
it is
I think
so
that-
much
but
better
I
than
think that's my problem. I
It's
think
not-
if I'm faced with the choice,
It's a but it's a
I would
ground.
need to
It's
try
ground
some-
chicken.
I know that. Would need
Sean,
to try somebody else's.
Do you know that?
Wait,
Yes,
do you know that?
They're patties.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
What do you? So
They're
you're
not
making
cutlets.
you're making hella
Fillets.
burgers.
Hella burgers.
Which would be good? Like a smashed out chicken breast would be good.
Mhm.
But you're making a burger. You do what?
Oh, well, I've just been doing a
American?
regular American.
Wait, you do? I thought you
No,
did.
I've just been doing a regular straight burger.
I
I've
thought
been
you were
making,
like pepper jack through and through.
So it depends on the sauces I have available to me. I think Steve gave me some really good barbecue sauces that I've been holding on to.
Did
for
you
when
try
I make?
'em?
I only tried one of them, which was the
What is it?
the one I was gonna like the most, which I love, which is a Carolina mustard. That
Fire.
on a burger with pepper jack is fucking amazing, but I don't
Yeah.
want to crush that bottle.
Yeah.
So I've been doing American with, I've been doing equal parts mayo, mustard, ketchup, and then relish and mixing that together
Yeah.
and putting that on my burger.
That's the magic burger sauce.
Yes.
That's the
Yes.
that's the perfect
Not
ratio.
my favorite, but
Oh man, just a
I don't
hint
know.
of relish.
I don't know if I would do equal parts.
Oh, equal parts all the way.
I think I would do 2 to 1
Mustard?
mayo. I would do mayo. I'm mayo forward on burgers.
Yeah,
Hell
well,
yeah.
that's fair. That's fair.
I thought you didn't like mayo.
No, dude, I'm a huge mayo
Who-
fan. Danielle
I
didn't
Says-
like
we
mayo.
say
Oh,
ketchup
it's- okay.
sucks.
Ketchup is an ingredient in another sauce to me. That is what it is. It is
What, barbecue sauce?
in any other sauce.
I
It
like
is an
mixing a
ingredient.
little bit of ketchup with the mayo or whatever to get
Yes.
some tangy, but I don't like. I would never put just ketchup on a burger. I do put it on hot dogs sometimes, but
Yeah.
I've switched mostly to like a Dijon or spicy
Dude,
brown if I'm.
mayo or hot dog. It's got to be yellow.
I don't
Mustard.
like yellow
hold on.
mustard.
A hot dog with pepper jack cheese
Yeah,
and
barbecue.
sauce.
Yeah, Sean turned me onto that when we were.
You know,
locked up,
cheese
too.
on a hot dog.
No,
it
you
that
think
is
that.
hard for me. I think it's probably good.
I wouldn't put American cheese on it.
Yeah,
but
no,
like
the pepper jack definitely melt it, let it be. It's in
chili
its
cheese dog,
form.
bro. You know, it's
So
not that weird.
Maddie and I made chili cheese dogs last week because
No
we,
cheese.
No
we were
cheese?
watching. Sorry, we were making chili dogs, and we were watching. I've been watching Triple D when I've been playing Link Between Worlds, which
I
I,
don't
was
know
going
what
to talk
Triple
about.
D is.
Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives.
Of course.
Triple D, Flavortown, and he went to some diner, and this guy had like this it was like Ohio or Oklahoma's like state winning chili, and it was super simple. It's basically sludge. Like if you're gonna make a chili
Yeah.
dog, it can't be like
High end chili.
like beans and
Yeah.
you
It's
know a
gotta be
bunch of
just meat and
tomatoes.
sauce.
It's meat, like maybe tomato, like canned tomato puree, and onion. And dude, we made this fucking fire chili, and we made coney dogs. You guys ever had coney
Yeah.
dogs?
Yeah, I don't know
It's-
that I love
I
it.
don't love them that much.
Really?
Yeah.
For
I'm not-
the unindoctrinated, it is hot dog, chili, yellow mustard, and onions.
Yeah.
Dude, we went to Detroit where they're like,
I think if I got one in a good spot, maybe I'd be into it. But the one I had was
Yeah,
not
like when in
something-
Rome.
where did you have one?
Dude, it's been a long time. It was something that I was like, I'll just try it because I've heard people talk about it, and I was
didn't
like,
like
this
it?
wasn't that
I just
great.
don't really like. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan.
It's,
of
You
it.
just don't
it's an
like-
odd combination,
Yeah.
to be
I
honest.
love how weird it is. Mustard and chili, that is such a weird
I don't really like
combo.
mustard very much in the first place.
Okay, well,
It's like
I
mustard and
like
ketchup,
I
to
really
be honest.
Well, so yeah, kind of, but it's
It's
that
like
mustard
tomato
and
sauce.
a super spicy chili that we made, dude, it's fire.
You got to go to City
Damn,
Dogs
dude.
in Richmond, dude. Shout out City Dogs if
Food
anyone's
buff.
listening.
Oh,
Dude.
yeah, dude,
Uh,
food buff.
Not very
D-food.
very awesome all the time, but they are cheap and
The problem
worth
with where we live is we only have one place to get hot dogs, and I refuse to purchase a hot dog from
yeah,
them.
not gonna go there.
the
one time I went there was pretty shitty.
I thought they
Expensive
were
and I
pretty
don't
It's
good.
really
the
love-
food. When I say shitty, I mean the people,
Yeah.
not the food.
We don't need to get into it so
We
much.
don't need to
but
get shitty with them.
But-
This, yeah,
the only thing I want to say, we'll get back on it while we're continuing to talk about food. I didn't know about burn ends. I'm excited for that, but I already feel like I could go get them anytime. I'm excited to have like another
sit-down
burger
restaurant.
spot.
I
you
haven't
know.
been there in a long time, but I am excited about Grace Griddle.
Yeah.
I think they're
Dude, they
gonna
got
kill
cheese
it.
curds.
Two cool places we're getting. Burnt Ends is going to be... I'm going to go to the Collector's Den, and then I'm going to go to Burnt Ends.
I still haven't been to the collector's den.
and just spend like $400.
So I will say it is one of... to me, the coolest place that Culpepper's ever had. Like, genuinely...
In this lane, at least.
yes. Well, no. I genuinely think it's the coolest store that's open in Culpeper since...
Since what? Culpepper
Ever.
cheese?
I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
feel
Culpepper
like
cheese is cool, but
But it fell off.
no, they'll come back.
Well, they
Back.
have a
They're
store.
back. Yeah, I've been there, but they don't have beer.
yeah.
But he said he's working on it, I think.
I was in for the cheese anyways, but
Oh, yeah.
I was in for just the whole vibe, you know?
I definitely recommend going and
yeah, I want to check it out.
They don't have a lot of games, but they had a lot of toys that we had, like the Boba Fett with
Yeah.
the two pistols. Or is it
Django.
Django, yeah, the Django Fett
Sean.
action figure with the two pistols
What's your Star
is
Wars
sitting
bag?
in there, man. And I think I still have that in my box of little toys.
It's even if you're just looking around, it's cool for that.
Yeah, I mean,
you
yeah.
know? And just supporting local
a lot
business.
of nostalgia in there.
Yeah.
There's a whole manga and anime section. They imported a shit ton of Hello Kitty stuff from Japan.
It's dope.
Yeah, And I might get, if they can find the power adapter and they can't fix it, they
I'm gonna
might
turn
give
the
me
fan on.
their Hello Kitty television to try and fix.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, before we get sidetracked again, you want to watch
sorry.
the rest of these, or
Yeah.
and then I think we have. I mean, we've been going for a little while, but I wanted to briefly talk to you guys after about all the video game stuff that just happened. Since
Yeah. There's only a couple more. This one, I laughed at this for a long time. I hope neither of you've seen it, but this is
I probably won't laugh, but
okay. That's fine.
Holy
oh
shit.
my god, dude, it's fucked. That worked so perfectly,
Dude,
Dude, what?
the way the guy's dying,
yeah,
the way he fell so slowly.
yeah. Well, that's funny because the cart like moves out and he just goes down with it.
Dude, that's like a graceful ass fall.
Dude, it was so majestic
Like,
the way he
horrible if he had more
just-
shit in his cart.
That didn't hurt at all. Maybe his thumbs?
No, I don't think he was hurt.
No,
I
but
mean,
like the only thing I could
he
think is
could
if his
crush his
thumbs got
thumbs.
let me
crushed.
see. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know. I mean, he
It
didn't.
doesn't seem in pain.
He didn't even make
Oh,
any noise.
yeah, see, I think what he does, I think he
Yeah,
let go.
Yeah.
Well, he's smiling.
Yeah.
But he turned around for a second.
yeah.
Dude, holy fuck.
I hope that's like his fucking girlfriend that just tripped the shit out of him and is like.
I think it's one of his friends.
Yeah.
It's just that was such a fucking good one. Let's see.
Holy shit, dude.
There were some long ones.
No,
this
you
was
just-
this was a short one. This was like this
I should
woman.
have sent you more, is all. I
I
just
know.
was
It's-
thinking like.
well, that's the thing. I was like, I'm gonna download a bunch if they send me any. This woman's like going down a slide, and somebody added like Tony Hawk sound effects.
Oh my god, I've seen this unedited. It's funny.
That was good. And so these are the last ones. This guy, he's been uploading these videos of like, it's like he's making, it's like a Skyrim plus
Oh, I've seen this, I think. It's
plus like, what would I say? Like Zelda, but
never mind.
they're like parodies, cutscenes
I've
and
not
stuff.
seen
They're really funny. The way he moves is perfect.
I've seen some.
Hold it right there. And over all your goods, and I'll make it quick. No, you have made a big mistake. You die. Can I help you?
Can I help you? The cart glitches.
Oh my god. Just builds a house right there.
The loading screen. There was one other one
Jeez.
that was just him.
Home run.
home run. You could have walked around.
I love how he stares and looks past the camera. Cause it's like you're just in a fixed camera.
Ah, you found my boy. I thank you so much. I'm a poor man, so I only have this spare house to give you. Take it.
Oh, is this the one that was before it?
Yeah, I think
Thank
so.
you for the small gift. Can I help you?
Can I help you?
What do you need?
They just act like they've never met. Can I help you?
Can you
So,
send me those, dude?
yeah.
Those are honestly fucking gold.
So yeah, I thought those were good. Yeah, so what's going on in gaming? I got a few things, but what do you got to say, King?
I feel like you guys didn't watch a lot of the stuff that was the other week. Because,
Summer Game Fest.
Yeah.
I feel like I caught. Did Starfield happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did see. I saw that because you sent that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't
have not
expecting.
watched it still.
Okay.
I have
Sean,
some thoughts, but I'll let
I'd love
you
to
go.
know. I'd love
you're
to.
lacking, bro.
I know. I had no motivation. To
It's
do
all
anything.
good. I'm just saying, there's a lot. Summer Games Fest, basically, our boy Jeff Keighley's trying to make it like E3. Basically, E3's canceled, so it's like the thing to go and watch.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own conferences. This year, I felt like it wasn't that much that got me super hype. I feel like we talked about when the pandemic was happening. We were still seeing a lot of video game announcements and cool stuff because those had been in the works for a long time. And now I feel like we're getting that 2 years ago, people weren't making as much.
Yeah.
And so now, 2 years later, like,
It's trickling out.
yeah, we're not seeing as much. And there's still some cool games. Honestly, I thought Xbox's was the best showcase. Nintendo still hasn't really done anything. They had a Xenoblade Direct the other day, which I know
Yeah, I heard about that.
not everyone. I mean,
Yeah, dude, I didn't even watch it.
I didn't. That's all
care.
it was like 20 minutes of that. I need to play the other ones before I care about the third. They have another mini direct tomorrow. It's like third party.
I
you heard
saw
about
it
that?
hard. It was like a hard drive or the Onion. It was like the direct called everything but Breath of the Wild 2 or something.
Yeah. So I mean, it's whatever. But Sony's was, they had some stuff in like a third party showcase that was cool. Final Fantasy 16 looks pretty dope. I know you guys are both
Definitely
excited
not
for
gonna
that.
play that.
I'm hoping that it like brings Sean back into the Final Fantasy
Final
fold.
Fantasy 16. Is it
Is it online?
Is it
again?
is it
It's not an MMO.
okay? But is it
It's not turn based, but it's
Is it
fantasy.
okay? That's what I want. Is there guns other than like a
No, it looks like high fantasy,
all
like
right,
the older
perfect.
ones.
That's what I would be into.
Steve?
Yeah, it looks cool. It's like action RPG. You control one character, and you get like other party members. There's hints that there's going to be a dog party member that looks like it'll probably be pretty dope.
Wait.
What the dog doing?
Yeah, what the dog doing?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, man. I
That
hadn't
is
seen
wild.
this.
But I mean, they had some stuff, but I don't know. Capcom talked about, dude, Resident Evil 4 remake. Let's go, dude.
Did they? Because Capcom does. Did they talk about that like crazy Street Fighter open world game?
Yeah.
Dude, that looks wild.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel because I mean, open world. I don't know. It's
in quotes.
Like, I don't know exactly what it means, other than you'll be able to like challenge random people in the game.
Yeah.
I don't
A
understand.
Street Fighter?
Yeah,
Dude,
it's like you run around. It
Oh,
looks like
is this
there's
the
gonna
one
be-
that everyone shit on the new logo for?
I think so.
Oh no, is that no? That was
5 had a shitty logo.
no.
No, Street Fighter 6. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm pretty sure this is Street Fighter. Do you remember that? Remember the shitty Street Fighter like monogram logo that they got shit on for?
I'm pretty sure it was
Oh,
Street
was it
Fighter.
6?
Yeah.
Regardless,
Yeah, you
it's
guys
like an
brought it
open
up.
world
Yeah.
kind of where
Looks
you
like
can
it could be cool.
get into like the 2D style fights, but like in an open world. I was really impressed.
It looks like you just walk around and be like, let's fight, and then
Yeah.
duke it out. There's probably like side
Yeah.
mission bullshit and stuff instead
It's
of
such an extension of that style.
Like
Oh, yeah.
just
They changed it apparently.
Yeah, you're right. That was right. I don't know. I think I did just because Dylan wanted to play it and he brought it and we couldn't get his fight stick to work on the Switch, so I bought the Capcom like fighting game collection on PC. And it has
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2, all the Darkstalkers games, and some other stuff. It's pretty cool, but I suck at
cool.
fighting games, so
So do I.
but it's fun. I guess really I would like to mostly talk about the Xbox showcase because they showed Starfield, which was cool. This was the first time they had like Xbox and Bethesda as like a unit in the
Together
presentation.
ish. Yeah, they were. I felt like
I mean,
there
they
was a
made it
little-
clear they're not like totally absorbing Bethesda. Like they're big enough that they're gonna let them be their
Yeah,
own name still. But Starfield, what did you think?
I was just gonna ask you that.
I heard it didn't look that good.
So there is definitely some. They have taken some things from No Man's Sky.
That's what
Well,
I
hold on a
makes
minute.
me feel like it
but
will be boring to me.
But No Man's Sky was very different from the typical Bethesda RPG games.
Okay.
Right? So
Yep.
I think it looks good, but dude, it just feels like we've been waiting a long time, and that's it.
Yeah, so two things I want to say is I don't really care for the No Man's Sky comparison because other than the mining gun it looks like he has, which is like
Yeah,
not the only game to have that,
of course.
and
of
like
course.
space exploration, going to different planets, like it looks different. No Man's Sky now is a good game. When it came out,
It is.
when I bought it,
No,
it was not.
no shade.
But yeah, my thing is like I kind of was like, oh, you'd be like Fallout in space.
That's what I thought.
And I mean, it looks like Fallout in space, but it doesn't really look like it looks like the same shit.
Maybe
we've
I'll have
been
to watch
getting.
the trailer because what it sounds to me like you guys are describing is they showed off a game that looks like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I mean, you said no. You said yes. It
It
sounds
is
to
way
me,
better looking than No Man's Sky. I want to make that clear. It looks way
no,
better.
but
just-
play style to me. Every time anyone's described it, that's what it sounds like.
I mean, we don't really know what the objective is going to be because
Yeah.
there is going to be like go to planets and get resources for things, but I'm guessing it's not going to be like No Man's Sky. That's literally like the purpose of the game, where this is going to be a story. Let's just get it out on the table. He said there's going to be 1,000 planets in the game,
yeah,
which I don't really like when you hear things like that because it immediately makes me feel like it's probably not going to be very fun in some places. which
quantity over quality.
he did
Yeah.
say like there's going to be some planets that are just for resources. Basically, it makes me think barren. And when they were talking about some of the planets
Sorry.
that have like life and quests and things you'll go to, he referred to them as like Goldilocks zone planets, which is the real
Yeah, that
life
makes sense.
term for places where there could be life. So they're not going to make it like it's trying to be realistic in a sense that you're going to go to a solar system and maybe one or two of the planets has life and the other ones will be
Just resources.
yeah, I don't know because then there's like they mentioned 4 major cities, so I'm kind of like that makes me feel as though that means there's going to be 4 planets that have a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
But
Or is that 4 major cities per planet?
I'm pretty sure it was just like the 4 major cities. I don't know, but
That's kinda
okay.
fucked.
If I had to describe it in any way, I would say there are elements of No Man's Sky.
it feels
There are-
like Mass Effect. More.
there are, and it feels like Mass Effect, and even a touch of the serious aspect of Outer Worlds. Outer World.
Yeah, I just feel like it didn't like I was watching it and I'm like, yeah, I mean this looks like a Bethesda game. It looks like a shooter. The gunplay looks way better than like a Fallout for sure.
The guns look cool.
It's not Doom by any means, but that's not the
Yeah,
same
that's not what we're
team.
going for.
But it looks like it will be better. There's like jetpack shit that looked like could be fun in space combat. But the thing that looks like it's going to be the most interesting is like there's a bunch of skill trees and shit always. It looks interesting from that standpoint, but a lot of crafting, like building your spaceship, they show it's like out on a grid and you can basically Lego piece
Yes.
sections of a ship together and then paint it. And when they started talking, like just me being a pessimist, they're like, you can customize your ship, whatever colors and all this. I'm like, okay, so there's going to be like 50 shaders or something. But no, each piece you can color whatever
Yeah.
way you want. Where normally you'd think of something where it's like you pick a color and it just turns the whole thing gold.
Yeah.
So that looks cool. The exploration, the base building and stuff, like it's probably going to be cool, but I don't know, man. I feel like I'm kind of burnt out on I've said open world games for the most part, like unless they're not meant to be super, super long, like if they're meant to be beaten 40 hours or
I
something.
mean, it looks really good.
I just
Like,
feel
visually it's
visually,
impressive.
Yeah. I just think that, I mean, it still fucking looks like their same engine. It's
I'm not a-
upgraded, but
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the look of the ship, but
I mean, the
To me-
style, because you
to
can
me, it's a
customize
little-
the
yeah, that's what I'm
ship.
saying. That's what you just said.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not a big fan of the.
it-
It looks
It looks bulbous to me.
it to me. It looks too like this is a spaceship. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I would want to drive around something like look really cool.
I don't know. I think there's
not
a
an
certain
X-Wing.
kind of
Yeah.
sci-fi where like they go for
Realistic.
not the sleek like.
There
cool-
is some
yeah.
realism, definitely.
Yeah, no, I mean I get it. Dude, I mean honestly, it looks pretty good just from watching the gameplay. I can see what you're saying by it. I mean, here I'm coming upon a research lab that I just discovered. Right,
It just looks like more of the same shit, which will be good. I just feel like they're taking so long to make these games because the next thing is like, okay, Elder Scrolls is after this, which has got to be years away
It's
still.
so far off.
And if it looks just like this still, but fantasy. Like I just worry that I'm not really going to enjoy these games as much as I once did. It seems like the gaming space has like evolved a lot, and they're still making like the same exact thing.
Yeah.
But this one's in space now.
I think it's safe to assume that, you know, lightning is not going to strike twice in the same spot like Skyrim did. Skyrim hit at the right time, and they bled it dry. I don't think Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna.
No, I'm still excited.
It's gonna be able to compete.
I'm more excited about that than
this. Looks good to me. It does look like.
Doesn't look like something I'm going to put 100 hours into.
Yeah, I mean, it seems very much like the gunplay and all this seems very much like Fallout, but I don't know. I'm not super in love with the entire aesthetic of the game.
Yeah,
I'm like, it feels more like realism space.
Yeah, which I mean,
it's fine.
Fair. I think maybe I'll give it a shot. The enemies look like just regular dudes, which I don't really love.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's going to be on Game Pass. I'm going to play it.
Yeah. Well, if my computer will fucking turn on.
By then, you'll have fixed your problem. But,
hopefully.
2023.
No guarantees.
Yeah. Next year.
No, I'll just dump all my money in a Game Boy.
But I don't know. I just was wondering because we didn't really talk about it. I mentioned in the Discord a little bit. Join the Discord. And
join the Discord.
It was, it's cool. But honestly, some of the other stuff that they had, like they have a game made by Arcane, the people that made like Dishonored and Prey, called Redfall. That's like open world, like vampire hunter thing.
Yeah, that
looks cool. I mean, I like their games. I still want to play Prey and one of their other teams under them. Arcane made Deathloop. Looked really cool.
That game kind of felt like almost like Left 4 Dead meets vampires.
Yeah, but it looks. I mean, looks more
visually, it's impressive.
It looks better than like Left 4 Dead as a run through the level type thing, where this is like explore and go and kill and missions. But that looked cool. One thing that I know you guys don't give a shit about, but I do, and I think is cool just in general, is that at the Xbox showcase they announced Persona 3, 4, and 5 coming to Game Pass, coming to PC. Persona 4 was already on Steam, but to bring Persona 3 and 5 and be the ones to announce it is really hype, because I remember years ago one thing someone had asked Phil Spencer a question about like
Phil Spencer. I was like, I don't even know which one's right anymore.
Yeah. What someone asked like what he wants to do, like what are they looking at doing to improve, and like games that they feel like they're missing, and he specifically said like Japanese games. We know we don't have much on Xbox, and we're looking to change that. And everyone's so hyped up on Persona these days, if you like Japanese RPGs, that it's pretty cool to, they're also coming to PC and on Steam, as well as like PlayStation's getting them. But I thought that was pretty cool for them to be the ones to announce it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, damn, dude. Just now trying to beat Persona 5 Royal finally, and should have just waited another however long and got it on PC. No, I mean, I've been remote playing it, streaming it from my PlayStation to my computer. So, it's just like it was my computer game. But I thought that was cool. I do feel like I thought there was another game they showed that everybody would have been.
Sorry, dude.
Dude, I gotta figure out this. I gotta manage these cables.
I don't know where the fuck it is. I can't stop kicking it.
Dude, can you stop kicking it?
I can't.
I feel like those were really the main things that I was excited. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, but nothing really pumped me up. Like,
if you want to pull me out of 3, I can go over top.
No, that's all right.
Yeah.
There's one other thing I want to say, but is there any shit you guys saw that you thought like?
I didn't watch it.
I saw a few things, but I probably watched like a half hour, and then I skipped to Starfield. Yeah, there's nothing that. The thing is that I don't have any of the major consoles, and I only like the newest ones, and I just recently got Game Pass. So,
yeah, I'm with you. Well, either way, I guess I was just curious. I didn't watch all the stuff, but I watched a good amount. I guess there's actually two things. One that we could actually talk about for a minute. I know you guys, again, haven't played this, but I'm not asking about the game itself. They're remaking Left 4 Dead or not Left 4 Dead, Last of Us, the first one.
Yeah.
Where
For what?
And
Wait,
for
wasn't
PS5,
that on the list of that like weird thing?
I
that
played
leaked?
Last of Us.
I know, but they played the first game, came out on PS3, and then they did a remaster for PS4.
Yep,
that
that's the
looked
one I
better.
played.
Yeah, it's the one I played, and now they're remaking it for PS5, which I feel
Why?
like it's like an 8 or 9-year-old game or something. And
Hasn't really been that long.
I mean, it was like came out in high school, I think.
I
but
am kind of
my
tired
high
of
school-
companies milking like that. I feel like every company's trying to do what they did with Skyrim, and I disagree with Bethesda, but I bought into it, and I own 3 copies of that fucking game, right? Like, but I'm kind of tired of that. Although, I guess I shouldn't bitch, because one of my biggest complaints with Nintendo is that I can't play any of their old shit on newer consoles.
It just doesn't feel like
it. But I think that's just rehashing the same game for every
generation.
Every generation.
I will say
is
that
a cop out.
You got to admit, when you played through it, it felt a little janky.
Yeah, yeah.
And I felt like playing the second one when it came out. It felt better to me, but so I can see where they want to bring it up to parity with the sequel. Like if people wanted to get in and play them both, they could.
Yeah.
But it just feels so weird to do that. And I know games like they do remakes and remasters all the time. There was like the age of remasters on Xbox One and PS4 where like so many games got like now it's in 120 FPS or whatever, or 60
Nintendo
FPS.
does that
really.
with their fucking not this FPS thing, but they do remaster their like gems, right?
I mean, the Mario, Super Mario 3D All Stars thing. Like,
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
it just feels weird to me that they do shit like that. And this greatly segues into my final thing was that there was a Final Fantasy VII 25th anniversary thing the other day around the game.
What are they doing for that?
Well, they
They're
showed
releasing
off
the second part.
Part 2.
Not yet, but they did show off a trailer for the second part coming out winter of next winter.
Yeah.
Could be next year, could be beginning of 2024 because they talk about like it's in the fiscal year thing they talk about. Anyways, they're doing that. They're remastering, but it looks kind of more like a remake. Crisis Core, PSP Final Fantasy VII game. And then they showed off some mobile games and shit. But that is all I was going to say. We don't have to get into that. I'm excited. No, you guys don't care about Final Fantasy VII, but you should. The remake, though, did a good job of like totally changing how the game is. Yeah, they're breaking it up into 3 parts, which feels
that I did not
kind of
know
silly.
that, and that's weird to me.
Well, I will say this: the first game felt like a complete, like it was a 40-hour RPG, but they made it out of the first like maybe 8 hours of the original game,
Okay,
where you're
so-
in this one city, and they took that 8 hours and stretched it into a game where, and I say stretch, but in a good way, where like there's a lot more character moments. There's characters that like had 3 lines that are now fully realized people that you deal with in it and stuff,
Yeah.
and
Okay, that's great.
I will say, not to spoil anything for the listeners, but it feels more like those games are like you get more out of it if you have played 7 originally.
Yeah.
So it isn't just like a go and play
And experience the original.
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying. I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool that they're doing that with a game that's liked by so many people, because for some people who did play it, it's probably good to get a different experience with the game. But I mean, everyone tells me I need to play Final Fantasy VII. I've never done it. And honestly, I have no drive to play that game because it doesn't feel to me like Final Fantasy.
It is like, the futuristic type
I don't
stuff,
love
but
that about that game. Like that
the
Final
cloud's so
Fantasy,
cool,
I know
dude.
that, but Final Fantasy to me was always
Yeah.
high fantasy magic and swords and maybe a pistol, right? Like,
Yeah.
the pistol, I never even had one of, like, I didn't like that in my party in tactics.
I got you. I think that it works for, like, I like that they can do that. Each numbered entry can be its own thing, but
Yeah, no, I mean,
get
I'm
it's
not getting.
everyone's favorite, and that's why 16, the directors were asked about like going the fantasy route, and they were like, "Oh, it's what we prefer, so that's what we're doing."
Yeah, I'm glad they're kind of going back to that, because I feel like
Oh,
that's
shit.
what
I haven't-
14 is.
Here we
haven't
go
wa-
again.
yeah, I know. I just haven't wanted to play an MMO or a game that's Final Fantasy that's
Like
not
sci-fi.
something that's sci-fi, and that's not something that I remember.
I'm with you. Well, that's all I really want to say about video games. There was a good amount that like got me hyped, but again, there wasn't anything that was really newly announced. There's like some small indie games and things that look cool, but not like, holy shit.
I've been pretty bored with new video games recently. Like I feel like, and maybe that's just my wanting to collect and.
You guys are on that retro kick. We talked about that a bit.
I've been playing Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on a Game Boy Color.
Has Danielle tried it yet?
Yeah, she's been playing it on the SP though, and the reason why is because she would rather use the save states, which is very convenient. So
that game's hard.
The game is hard. I'm only on World 2, Level 3. I think
makes me feel so bad how not good I am at like original
Dude,
Mario.
they're not easy games. But I was talking to people about this. Like, it's really crazy to think about how these games were designed because it's 40 hours of content packed into a 5-minute video game if you're fast enough in kilobytes of size, right? Like they're designed to be hard and designed to keep you coming back to play. It's how do we get your $60 worth of quarters from this home console, right? Like that is what it is to me.
Yeah. 100%, dude. The game design back then was way different.
I got I ordered that Mario Bros game and I gave it to Danielle and I emailed the person and was like, "Hey, I ordered this a few days ago. It hasn't shipped it. I'm just making sure like it's not lost or whatever." They're like, "Oh, I'm on vacation. They didn't put their eBay like out of office on or whatever." And we're like, "I'll send it when I get home and I'll send a free game." And they sent me like this copy, a DMG copy of some baseball game. It's like a baseball football 2-in-1 game that's made for a specific player who played both of those games.
It's a double cart.
It's like a 2-in-1 game. It's like football baseball Game Boy DMG.
We're big sport guys, so we know exactly who.
Sports Illustrated?
No, it was a dude. That guy, Bo Jackson.
Oh, it's Bo Jackson.
Oh
my gosh, yeah, that's
so
wild.
I got that for free.
That's pretty cool.
Video.
But dude, it's impossible. It is the hardest fucking game I've ever tried. Like borderline insanely hard to hit the fucking ball in baseball. Like, and then
Bo Jackson Hit and Run.
What?
That's what it's called.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right.
Damn, dude.
So
I'm an idiot. I think I've heard the name Bo Jackson before, but
yeah, I mean,
is that where they decided to name
sports
BoJack
legend.
Horseman? Am I dumb? Is that?
Oh man.
I mean, I don't think so. Because isn't BoJack is he an actor?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I've heard the name before, but that
might have been a stretch,
dude.
Yeah.
This is a dope title though.
It's
have two
nice
games,
pickup, dude.
Yeah, I mean it was free.
That's
that was
super
what was
weird.
Cool. It's hard as fuck. It's and then
know
I
you
got
love
It's so funny. That's
I got
so difficult.
Game & Watch Gallery 3
That's good.
for like free on when I got the yellow Game Boy because it was his last game he had.
That's cool.
Game & Watch Gallery. That's dope.
Yeah, that is hard
Yeah.
too.
Is it a black
Game and Watch
cart?
games are hard.
Yeah,
as
it's a
fuck.
black cartridge. That game's really cool. I do want to mod that other yellow one. I kind of almost want to keep it stock, but I don't have the back for it, so why? And
You can
swap
probably
the
find a
shells.
yellow. Plate.
yeah, it would be cool to have like a yellow, like a looking stock Game Boy, but it's modded. I don't know. I do like the color scheme of this one. I did this a while back. I need to fix it. There's 2 things I don't like about it, but
That's fresh. I like the blue and white.
yeah, I kind of wanted to go for like the Seafoam Green DS.
Yeah,
but the
it's
inverted
like some
colors.
cotton candy blue, dude. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
dope.
that
screen is crazy.
mint. Yeah, and so it has this touch sensor too to change
That's
the
dope.
brightness. Yeah, so I need to fix it. There's I think a short happening because I didn't put some tape on a part. When I set it down, it'll
Sean,
just go.
it's crazy, dude. You fucked up.
Dude,
Yeah.
you fucked up.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, retro games. I've been hoarding N64 games. Maddie and I took a trip to Richmond last week and just got a hotel for one night. And they have a bunch of great game stores.
I want to go there.
They have this store that you probably know about because it's right near the engineering building. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Dude, I probably don't remember the name, but
It's the Tech Exchange.
you know, I'm wondering if it was even there when I went. But
Maybe it wasn't. But that is like the store. We went to Bits and Pixels.
I also didn't have money in college, so
Yeah,
I didn't go shopping.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. There was a place called Dawnstar, and then there was a place called the Tech Exchange. The Tech Exchange was lit. Everything that you see over there next to my chair, I bought.
Games.
N64 games. A little update on the collection. I have surpassed 200.
Wow.
I have 202. I have 94 left. Total spent. I've spent $3,101, and cost per game average is $15.35.
That's not a bad average.
It's not a bad average. Some of them, obviously more expensive than others, but
you could sell that whole lot for. I mean, not that you would. I don't think.
I don't think I would for many years.
Yeah.
We're trying to buy like one of your kids' cars, and you're strapped for cash.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? These have been sitting. It's time to let go. And by that time, hopefully, it'll be worth a little bit more.
There's a dude I met.
Go ahead.
That did that with his old Magic cards because he'd been playing like since it came out, and he was like, "It's time to buy my daughter a car." I sold some of my rare shit, got like $6,000.
Yeah, dude. One thing. Go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, you were saying.
I was just gonna say, I think it would be cool to keep the entire collection and not sell it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And yeah,
that would be tight.
Yeah, I mean, the plan is to hold on to it for as long as I can still play them, and then get rid of the ones that are worth it.
I also think the technology will have advanced by then, that you will be able to play it comfortably on a television that's updated. Maybe, right? Like, I think there's enough people in my mind who would be willing to try, and like all these companies who are making the ones where you can put an N64 game into and make it look and play like it's on original hardware, but it's not.
Yeah, like the Retron.
Yeah, all those things. Like
like Super NT, all those are like real hardware type shit. Like, they're really nice.
And I think ROMs will be like,
yeah, I mean,
more I think more accepted. Like, a lot of retro gamers, I think today are like, I want to play it on original hardware, the original game. I think that emulation will advance to the point where it's near perfect.
I agree.
I mean, it's
pretty close already.
Yeah, if you're not really, if you don't care that much, most
SNES
games would work perfectly.
And past, right? Like, SNES is
Yeah.
where I'd probably draw the line where things start to get fucky.
Yeah.
But even that, I mean, is pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, I mean, N64, depending on your hardware, but I think that the hardware
Yeah.
isn't there yet for it to be affordable for you to just say, okay, I'm going to spend $100 on this thing that can play every N64 game.
Yeah. I mean, on our computer, you can get like pretty much anything. Well, you can't right now, but I would just start
Fuck
Sean.
you.
Just ripping.
You have another computer.
I installed RetroArch on this, and it won't open, so I need to try and figure that out.
I think the big thing for me is that because I'm not a big PC user, loading ROMs and stuff on emulators is not as... for me, it's just not as accessible as you guys. Like, I could go out and buy something, or I could use the laptop that you have gifted me. But there's something about playing these games and knowing that they're going to work on old hardware.
But I like to collect shit too. I've just been collecting
newer stuff, and which I get.
That's fine.
One thing that I did want to say about this spreadsheet, so I figured out a way to have, I created a tab in my, or a column for the updated price charting cost. So in Excel, there's a function called import XML. So there's just a little bit of line. There's a line of code that you can write for like, you put in the link and then you choose this part of that code from the website. So these are updating every time you reload it. So the cool thing is when I go hunting for these games, I want to see two things. I want to see, do I have it, and what does it cost? What does price charting says it's worth? Like, what does that say? because sometimes people will know that its price starting is worth 20 and charge 30, or they will have priced it a year ago and it's 15 and it should be 20. And so like now I can just look and see, instead of going to 2 websites, I can see this is what it's worth and I don't have it. And this is a price that I'm willing to pay. So for the last 94, I'm going to have just these prices that I can just look at right away.
That's really cool that you set that up.
One would be cool to do. You'd have to do manually, basically, but if you like copy whatever it says it is right now, and like paste those numbers in so they're permanent in the cell, not a function, and then have it like when you reload the page, it'll like highlight the ones that have gone up or down.
So there is a piece of. There's like something on price charting where it's like plus this much money in the past week. So I
guess you could pull that.
I could pull that data. But there is a way to use like a price history. I don't care that much about it, but I know what I paid for everything. So that helps me see.
I was saying for the new ones, you could see like if this game is $5 more than it was, you might be like, why is this going up? And maybe I should try to buy it before it.
That would be.
I don't
know. But yeah,
that's tight, dude.
It's just a really nice like thing to have, so I don't have to go to like 4 different websites when I'm like trying to buy a game, and like I feel weird about being on my phone when I'm looking at a game that I want, because I feel like they think I'm trying to do something skeevy, and I just want to look at one thing and be like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
But dude, some of these that are left.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much is the total for the last 94?
I could add it up. I think it's easily $2,000, maybe 2,500.
So I feel like I'm feeling some of your pain, like right now, with Game Boy Advance, and I'll tell you why. This game, have you guys ever heard of Drill Dozer?
Yeah, I know. Maybe. You said it's a tight game.
Is it for DMG?
GBA?
It's no GBA. It is one of the. There's a couple of them, but it's one of the few games that came with a Rumble pack. And so emulating it, you don't get the same experience because you don't have an emulator.
And it's on the cart.
And it's inside the cartridge. Yeah, the game sells brand new for like $300. And then a crushed copy I saw for like $150. Unsealed crushed copy. No, I'm sorry. That was $300. I think the perfect mint condition was $600. But hold down the trigger. Either trigger. The trigger.
Oh, the twiggle. Oh, how did you get it to
It has it built into the
so the flash card I bought has a fucking Rumble pack built into it.
That's really smart.
Which I was like, holy shit. I installed this game and I was like, I wonder if it's gonna work, and it fucking works. And like,
that's bizarre.
It is so cool to.
The screen is so nice.
Yeah, I feel like you're actually playing it.
Yeah, I mean, like that was half the reason when I saw, because I don't remember that feature other than WarioWare. I think that was the only game we had that had the Rumble pack.
Dude, but it would be dope to have that fucking game.
Even then, did it? Because WarioWare was there WarioWare Rumble? Because there was WarioWare Twisted, and that had the tilty thing. Do you remember those in games?
Yep. They had, so this does not have the accelerometer, but that's why I'm saying I think in the future, that we'll have gotten every feature that the Game Boy Color or Advance or whatever has had in one single small cartridge, right? Like, you remember the Game Boy camera was fucking massive, man.
I mean, yeah, but
wouldn't it be cool to have a flash cart that had a small camera, like sticking out?
Excuse me.
Yes, but I also feel like, for me, I'm probably not interested in playing the like 2 Game Boy camera things.
But I think the fact that that's why I guess what I'm saying is that I think in the future we'll have gotten to the point where we've made things small enough that we can emulate Game Boy camera, and everything that could ever happen on a single Game Boy game is packed into one.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I'm just saying I don't want to pay extra because there's a camera in it, and I'm not going to.
I will.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. I saw a Game Boy camera and printer bundle in Richmond. I think it was like $170.
I might go get that.
Dude,
I want a Game Boy fucking camera again so bad. Have you seen what people do with other lenses on the camera? Like, people will attach big ass fucking lenses to these Game Boy
Yeah.
cameras and take macro shots of like birds.
I think I saw a music video shot on Game
Yeah, I
Boy
think that's such a
camera.
fucking cool idea.
Like basically stop motion.
Yeah, I mean, it's a you know,
Yeah.
I just would wonder how you do that, you know. But
I will say, just to your original point, I only bought the flash card I bought was because I was looking at, I had got the Game Boy and I'm like, oh, maybe some new games I should try on there. And I wanted to play the Tactics Ogre game and it's
Yeah.
like $100. And I'm like, or I just buy a flash card. And I like to have the original game, but I'm like, I don't even know if I'm really going to like
that's how
it.
I
Like,
feel.
I'm sure it's good, but
I've been trying games that I've never played
Yeah.
on the flash cart and then being like, well, should I get that physically? There's not really been one that, other than Mega Man 0 and 4, which I sold stupidly or lost, that I really want to have physically again. There's a few of them. I mean, there was some in the store. I was like, holy shit, I want those. Like, there was a $300 copy of Castlevania, like, unopened.
yeah, it's so
Like,
dope.
well, that would be such a cool thing to fucking own, but that's $300 on a single fucking game that...
Dude, it's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard to say no, especially when you really want it.
yeah. Well, I don't think I'll go back to that place. So I was disappointed with Charlottesville. There's not a single retro game store, which I thought was
Yeah,
interesting.
there's not. Dude, you got to go to Winchester.
So I mean, I should
There's
go
two
there.
great stores there.
I liked Sage Mantis, but everyone said that they sell fake games for the same price.
Dude,
the guy
Sage
the guy
Mantis-
doesn't fucking know how to check to see if it's fake.
Dude, here's my problem with them. They had a good selection of N64, but the way they have them is like they have them in this case.
Yeah, it sucks.
And it's like, okay, I want this one and this one and this one. I picked up like 30 games that day. And I see like Jet Force Gemini is $15 or whatever it is, and the cart's in good condition. It goes up to the counter, and then he goes to the back and gets a different cart, and it's not the same quality, but it's the same game. And I was like, dude, that's fucking skeevy. Like, I'm buying that one, and then he has.
So that didn't happen to me.
That's what happened to me.
They picked the ones I chose, which were Yu-Gi-Oh, and then I picked 2 out of the bin. Like, there was a bin right by the register that had like a bunch of fucking
like
games.
shareware, like, you know.
No, it was like I bought a Game Gear game of Echo the Dolphin out of that bin, and then the Yu-Gi-Oh one was in there, and then I just asked him, "Do you have the Pokemon card game, the trading card
Yeah,
game?"
TCG.
And he was like, "Yeah, I just came in yesterday. It's not even in the system. Give me a minute." And pulled it out of a bag, and it looks like shit. Like it's a fucking crappy cartridge. But I was like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you fucking have this game that I'm like I have so much nostalgia for." So I bought it. It had not been cleaned. It looks gross, and I need to clean it. But
I do feel like that's one thing that sucks about different stores. Like East Starland when we went was really cool, but I didn't like how it was. You basically should just go look up on the computer if it has, like they have computers all over or QR codes, go scan, check our inventory. And I'm like,
he told me it's because they changed their price based on market value.
and
And that I only learned that recently.
I figured
I have
because they
a
don't
hard time going back there.
I don't feel like that's so unreasonable.
No,
but
yeah, I mean, I understand why they do it, but I know they paid less,
yeah,
and they're just
yeah.
I think that's what's
profiting more.
Yeah, and I think that's what frustrates me. Is I do want to go back there because I know that's a place that's like within driving distance in a single day that I can go there and back and get something I want, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really know that I think I'd rather try and go to Richmond and fucking pay for a hotel and have a good time than drive, up to Northern Virginia and hate my life.
I mean, I don't think it's so bad. I get that it is annoying, but
Yeah,
it
it's
just
not-
bothered me that like there's no prices, so you have to look it up. So you can't even be like budget conscious and walking around and saying I could get this and this. You have to stop
Yeah,
and be like, should I
Get
get
a
this?
calculator out too. You need 2 phones to do your fucking shopping.
I hate their point of sale is shit.
But yeah, so that I thought was just really weird. And then they had a lot of games that were like in the glass display that like, okay, I can see there's a game behind that. Is it the same game? Like, I don't understand. And they did a lot of weird stuff with their display. And I'm like, I don't know, it made it hard. But they have so much stuff that I get that's why. Like, if it was a smaller quantity, then maybe they could show it off better. But the prices thing, I figured it was because they could change it. But it's a little bit, like annoying that you have to look it up. I mean,
They make it hard to understand what you're gonna pay. Even the prices on the computer, it's like a range because it's like, what condition is it in, and
yeah. One thing that also pissed me off is when I tried to look online to see. So I was thinking about stopping there last time I went up Northern Virginia, and I was like looking online, and it'll be like show up when you search something and you click on it. And it's like, we don't have this. Let us know, or you want us to let you know when it's in stock? I'm like, why is it showing up?
Yeah, dude.
And it doesn't say just out of stock. It was like you click on it and then it's like, oh, we don't have this.
It's frustrating for sure. I would say if you want a great experience, in Winchester, there's a game store called fuck, I can't remember. There's one that's
Winchester
smaller.
Video Games.
Yeah, Winchester VA Video Games store.
No, I always type retro.
Back to the Media. It's they've got like nice like vinyl records, and they have a pretty serious collection of games, new and old. They've got a glass case of handhelds, which is where I saw the Game Boy printer.
All right.
And they've got a sweet stock of like handheld games.
I'd love to get a fucking Game Boy printer again, man. That was like the coolest piece of technology I felt like I owned as a kid, and I wish we fucking still had it.
Razor Freestyle is over there.
I know, man. I would love to play that game again. That was a fucking... I don't think we owned that game. We rented it constantly.
Do you know why you rented it?
This was Blockbuster exclusive.
Blockbuster exclusive.
You couldn't buy it?
You could probably, but it was... There was a couple exclusives. That was one of them, and then Blitz Special Edition was...
Jesus Christ, dude. That's insane to me to think about, that there were games that were exclusive to a single store.
Yeah, I don't think they do that anymore.
Now it's pre-order bonuses, baby.
Yeah, I mean...
That's true. That's
or
true.
Or bundles.
Well, I mean, Toys R Us had exclusives for a while. KB Toys, I bet, did.
I don't think so.
Rip KB, dude.
I don't think KB Toys had anything.
You don't think so?
No, I love that place. They sold Gundam there, man. That's why I love that place.
Yeah.
K Beach.
So that one Gundam.
Dude,
I guess we bought the action figures.
No, I have one model kit still that I had a few, and
I only remember us each getting one. I didn't know.
I had 2 or 3, and they all looked like shit, and I was always frustrated with how they came out because I was using fucking nail clippers to cut the pieces out.
We didn't know. The picture's like, you need clippers, and Mom's like, here's nail clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wanted to say one other thing that happened to us yesterday that really just like made me so fucking mad. And I haven't like had a chance to like really express my anger about it. We went to see Elvis yesterday.
Was it good?
I don't know. I thought it was
better or worse than Bohemian Rhapsody.
I didn't see that. And I heard the editing, and that was pretty wild, like in a bad way.
I liked
like
Bohemian
cutting
Rhapsody.
like way too much. I told Maddie I would give it a 5 out of 10. I didn't think it was very good. It was decent. It's not about the movie. We go in. They're playing trailers, and they play the trailer for this new gay rom-com called Bros. Have you guys seen this?
No. Not
It's
yet.
got Billy Eichner. It's got the guy from SNL, the Asian guy who just was. It's like he's been in for a season or two.
I don't know who you're talking about at all.
It is a rom-com that is based around 2 gay men. It's like, it's awesome. To me, it's like, why haven't we done this before? Awesome trailer. I think it's going to be pretty funny. Billy Eichner, I think, is really funny. I don't know if you've ever seen Billy on the Street.
Yeah.
Where he runs around in New York with the microphone.
I don't really love those all the time, but
Maddie likes it. I think he's pretty funny. He was on Parks and Rec for later seasons.
I just think that some of the stuff to me reminds me of like the fucking what's the dude you love? God damn it.
Longmont?
No. Yeah, that's a good one, but no, the guy that always did Eric Andre.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of his street stuff where like some of the stuff you do is just so ridiculous to some, like he's asking ridiculous questions and like being crazy, and they
Trying
get
to
like
hit
1
this
second
ranch.
to response, and then he just runs away.
Yeah,
And, like
it's a lot.
some of them are funny, but some of it I'm just like, I feel like
I'm not a big Eric Andre fan, to be honest.
Well, that's fine. Billy Eichner, I think
Anyways,
he's
I'm
a
not
funny
shitting
guy.
on him. I've seen a lot of his stuff on like TikTok, and I'm like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it definitely gets reposted on there. But it is a very like LGBTQ plus forward film, which, in my opinion, and I know you guys agree, like it's past due. Like this should be in films.
What's it called?
It's called Bros. And trailer ends, cuts to black. Somebody in the theater goes, "Boo." Dude, that made me really fucking mad. Because it's so insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would say
I like
just shut up in the movie theater in the first place.
It took me everything to like not like get up and be like, "Who said that?" Like, you want to show your face? Because then we watch Elvis, who like wears makeup, and the whole movie, like the like super right-wing extremist people are like trying to take him down for being flamboyant and being like, you know, counterculture, and like it's like, what, you know, that you're the bad guy in this film by what you just did.
Yeah.
Dude, it was really upsetting. And like,
I think that would probably have killed the movie for me.
well, all I could think about was like, because it was me and Maddie and Tanner and his girlfriend and a few people behind us who I know it wasn't them because I heard it from the front. And all three couples in front of us were old people. Like clearly gray hair. You know, they used to like Elvis or something.
Was this at our theater?
This is at Culpeper, dude. It was really upsetting because I was like, dude, fuck you. Like,
yeah. It's nice to go there for like the fact that there's never anyone there, but
yeah,
that's why I don't like going to the fucking movies.
I feel like people knowing there's not many people in the theater will say shit like that because they're like, no one's in it.
People will ruin them. Like the fucking Quiet Place, man. We got that fucking movie ruined for us.
because people weren't being quiet.
They would have
in
been
that place.
killed
Yeah.
if they were in this movie.
They'd have been dead. I was really upset about that because it's so like
annoying.
No.
it's like, okay, like thank you for that like shit input. Like, I'm sorry that like you still don't believe that like like gay people should have rights or should be able to be married or should even be represented in media. Like, it was like such a hit. I was like, dude, fuck you. Like, you're a child.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like number one, like Sean's saying, just shut the fuck up in the movies in the first place. Also, don't like. I hate when people cheer, like in the
Or
movies and
applause,
shit. It's
yeah.
just like, dude, chill out.
Well,
but if you're gonna say some like fucked up shit, just shut your face. But unfortunately, I still hear like stuff like that these days where it's like, I don't really care, but why do they got to put that in stuff I watch? I'm like,
that's literally the problem.
yeah,
It's
right.
like, well,
no, I know.
It's like,
but
just
you're
keep it
fine
out
with
of my
men and
face.
women?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
it's just
no
like,
different.
And I agree with you, and I say that, but like I hear that shit more frequently than I would like to from just people, around me, not like my best friends saying that stuff,
Yeah.
right? Like I wouldn't stand for that, but just you hear it out and about, and it's like
Dude,
you
it
said, it's
just-
good they're
yeah.
putting it in things
Yeah.
because you see that shit as like side characters or whatever all the time, but like to have a
Yeah, I think it's even bigger than, like, I don't know. Like, I think it's really cool. It's a complete change of subject, but it's kind of the same thing. The new Gundam series that's coming out, the main character's a woman this time, right? This is like the first time where the main character in a Gundam series is a female. Which,
Sean, I want you to know that I sent that in the Discord one time. And then nobody responded to me, and then you sent it in the Discord, and you're like, look how cool this is. And I was like, damn, I thought you'd think it was sick, but it is cool.
so sorry.
It's fine.
like, I have had this problem, and I'll tell you guys why.
That's
I've
so
been
funny.
I don't give a
slacking
shit.
on Discord.
I haven't really
No.
been responding either, but
Here's my problem. I leave it open on the computer,
so you don't get
and
the
I hear the
notification.
notifications go off, and I'm like, oh, I'll check that. And then it's past
Yeah.
the conversation, and I go and look at my phone, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna read all this, and I'll just share the one fucking thing that I.
Yeah, it's hard.
I honestly, we get
need
a
to
lot
stop
of those
leaving it open.
messages when I'm playing a game or when I'm at work.
Yeah.
And then I come into in the conversations.
Over.
Yes.
long
but-
since finished.
But either way, I just
Join the Discord.
just fucking with you, but
I'll ignore you.
it is cool. And we've talked about this with games and stuff too. I mean, it just has to be at a point where it isn't like, oh wow, they're doing that. Like they're putting a woman in or a gay couple or whatever. It's like it should just be
Normal,
something where you
right.
see that and you're like,
That's
you don't
regular.
even think twice, right? Like,
I think that's why I kind of like I don't know. I always thought that was kind of cool about Studio Ghibli movies, where it's like a younger child or a girl or like a woman or whatever, and
Is the main character.
well, not always the main character. A lot of the times main character, but a lot of the times like a strong.
man, anime women kick some
Yeah,
ass.
some
bro.
of them don't, but that's You know,
some are hypersexualized, and that's okay.
Yeah,
But
this-
you know,
that's the genre.
yeah.
So the medium.
The medium. That's what I meant.
But yeah, I mean, it's
I'm sorry that it happened. to
it's
you, man.
just it's one of those things where
That's frustrating.
like you like to think that everyone around you feels the same way you do, and when you're confronted with somebody who is, in my opinion, pretty stupid and like it's primitive. Like if you don't think that these people deserve screen time, like I'm sorry, but like I think you're stupid. Like I really think that you're not very smart.
I disagree with you.
You know what I mean? Like I think that you like need to like really look around and realize that you're wrong. And so
I just feel like
especially with the stuff that happened this week with the Supreme Court, it was just such a nail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Well, I mean, that's next, man.
yeah.
it just
No,
felt
I don't
like,
really want to talk about that.
Get all
I
that,
don't.
but-
I'm just saying like that was just like, oh, this is the country we live in.
Yeah, I mean, again, I will say the thing that this is not the ideal take by any means, but like also just like don't watch it if it does bother you. Like
Yeah.
I don't know why you have to complain, right? Like not everything's for everyone.
Yeah,
and
dude.
if-
Avert your eyes.
Just
Yeah,
just
like, just-
maybe keep your mouth shut. Like you
yeah,
don't have
that's
to
what I'm
tell us
saying,
your
like,
opinion.
Just
you know?
be, you know, we all sit through previews, and I'm like, the movie looks like ass. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
see it, but like,
I don't. Yeah, I'm not
I'm
gonna
not like
exclaim.
boo.
like the
I don't want to see the Super
themes
Pets movie
in this movie that are a real
Yeah.
life thing suck, right? Like that's what you just said.
Yeah.
Instead of like the new Harry Potter, which is fantasy magic, looks like garbage because the writer's transphobic.
Yeah.
Like that to me is okay, right? Your movie looks like shit, and I'm
Yes.
not going to watch it because I mean, maybe that's the same thing. Maybe I'm talking myself into a hole here, and people throw that back in
No.
my own face. But to me, it seems like shut your fucking mouth and don't watch it if it bothers you, like you said. But also realize that you're fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you need to fucking wake up, because if you think that there's something so offensive to you that you need to say boo out in the middle of the theater because you don't agree with it, like I'm so
yeah.
glad that the collector's den opened, because they are like, talking to me about we're gonna put flags outside the front of this building, right? Like, and I learned from them that there's this a community in Culpeper for teenagers and or high school kids who are LGBTQ, and like there's a support group for that in Culpeper, which I
that's
thought was
nice.
kind of crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, obviously I don't have a fucking teenager
Yeah.
yet, but like,
Yeah,
it's cool to me to know that that is happening and people are changing, even here in this redneck ass racist town where people will boo a fucking movie. They're still good to this area, I think. Just learning those two facts, right?
just lost all our Culpeper viewers, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it was just jarring because it's like
We're gonna get
immediately,
fucking, our houses are gonna get set on fire.
immediately you're just like, you can't believe it's what you heard, and you like almost try to reason with how offensive it is, because like my comedic brain was like, oh, he just doesn't like the writing. You know what I mean? That's what he's booing at. But it's like, no, this is a bigot. Like, this is somebody who's a homophobe.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if he was doing it
Because it
for-
was a male. Like, it was definitely a male.
if he was doing it for every trailer he thought didn't look good,
Yeah.
then I might be like, again, you're just being annoying.
Yeah.
But you know,
If you boo the one
Seemed
thing
pretty
that's,
targeted, yeah.
that's
Just,
disagrees with your beliefs.
It's childish. It's like, do you like ever go outside? Like, do you talk to anyone that like maybe has a different like life path than you? Like, it was just so upsetting, and like,
Yeah, sorry.
I just had to talk about it because like we spoke about it briefly, but it was just so like,
yeah.
man, like I can't believe people still think this way. It's so archaic.
yeah, I agree. I'm not surprised that people do like just, you know, we'd like to think things are better. There's a comedian I liked, Dan Cummins, and he was talking about, you know, I was online the other day or something, and I'm like, you know, I think we're doing pretty good. I feel like racism's over. And then I thought about it. I'm like, wait a minute, dude, you're fucking white, bro. You're stupid. Like, no way is racism over. He's like, go on like the comment section of anything online that a black person posted. He's like, you'll find out that it's not over. And it's just funny. This was years ago, but like, it's that type of shit where we like to be like, yeah, everyone's cool because everyone we know is like pretty accepting, the people that we hang out with and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you see that and you're like, dude, just shut up. Again, moral of the story.
It's just
fucking
confusing.
don't shout in a theater.
Well,
bro. Like,
and also don't be racist.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
but like,
Or sexist or
yeah,
homophobic.
Sorry,
or,
I was trying to be
good
funny
guy.
with the moral of the story.
Yeah.
It's just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
no,
This
I mean,
won't
I
come
get
up.
you. I hear you. It's
Give
just
it to yourself, or just
don't
just think that way.
Fucking
period.
die. Sorry.
It's just
I mean,
it was a mess.
You
But
might have to bleep that.
We're not changing anyone's opinion here, but
yeah, this podcast isn't gonna go goddamn shit politically.
but
it's annoying.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying we're not out here changing minds. So it'd just be nice if people just shut the
That
fuck
guy's
up.
gonna watch me and be like, you know what?
Do it. Yeah, you're
I made
right,
a
dude.
mistake.
I live in Culpeper. These guys are from Culpeper.
He's like, that was me. I
I
did
did
that.
that.
was a problem.
Trying to wrap it up.
Yeah.
I gotta pee so bad.
Thanks for watching. Hopefully, maybe we'll have Stardew next week. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
I'm gonna try and troubleshoot my computer this week, see if I can get it turned on. If not, we'll be back here sometime.
Yeah. All
right.
right. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye, guys. Debuff is hosted by me, Steve Skeels, edited and mixed by Mason Carlton. Follow us on Instagram at DebuffPod. That's Debuff, P-O-D. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next one.